What it do, 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 what it do. Back with another video. For me. For me. For me. Got this Big Mac from Chick-fil-A. Better eat it. Want to thank God, especially for this food. Alright, my bad. That's on me, bro. I'm sorry. Okay, so started this video with something crazy, so I'm trying to find a topic. I don't even choose my topics before I start these videos, so everything's just raw. And I like this topic. It's the topic of basically what I'm doing right now. And that topic is one, two, three. And that topic is about getting your thoughts, emotions, feelings out alone, like me here, or to someone. And that means a lot of things, and it honestly means what it says, but when you're able to get your thoughts and emotions out just anywhere out loud, you are able to honestly just feel better about yourself more than when you have to bottle them up inside and say nothing to nobody. So preferably you want to say some of these things to another human so you feel heard and they can maybe possibly give you feedback, or if they even don't talk and don't say anything, just having a human in front of you shaking their head yes, or just doing anything, just having a human in front of you is already just better than talking to your phone, because as I said, they can give you great response, but if you don't have any humans to talk to, or you're somehow lonely, or you're just late at night like I'm doing a lot of these things, one of the best things you can do is still say it out loud. And maybe you don't have to say it to a phone, but I feel like I'm still talking to somebody when I'm talking to my phone, and it's really, really a helpful way to express your emotions, your feelings, and your thoughts out loud, as I have in my notes. And some people have to hold up this persona or facade that they're really hard and human, and they take this and that, but I know most people come back, and when they're alone, they can get in their head easily, and they have a soft side, and it's hard for them to just bottle those emotions up. And when people bottle those emotions up, they really just start losing their minds. And so you see a lot of people do a lot of crazy things when they lose their mind. And maybe if you can't, it's about to be a word for the word bank of bad, because I say a lot. But anyways, when people lose their heads and get out of their mind, it's because they just haven't probably been able to talk to somebody, and something's been on their mind, and it's just exploded out of their system, and they couldn't control it anymore. So I think starting with just talking to your phone, talking to your iPod nano, or talking to any device, or anything, even a stuffed animal right in front of your face, or talk to your pillow. Talk to something where it feels like you're talking to a thing, when you're talking to a thing, and it will make you just get some emotions out, and you'll be able to just keep flowing like I do. And just because I'm not getting the answers that I need, I still feel better every time I close my phone after I talk about something on here, because it got the emotions out loud. And I think that's just half my problem. I just haven't been able to get my emotions out loud, and it's really helped me now through the rough times. It's number 3 or 2 or 3, I forgot. I put 2 and said 3, and my head started getting itchy. But as you guys actually know, the first time I'm using this right, you guys know, if you watch my videos, that I was getting some venting out at a lot of my earlier videos, and I'm not far away from them now, but my mind space has just gotten better way quicker since I started making these videos, because I've just been able to talk them out. And even though I still would go to bed each night after some of those early videos, and my topic would still be on my mind, and that person would still be on my mind, it's really slowed up, and that person is not a thought on my head every day. I've kind of moved my headspace on for them, even though I don't like to accept the reality of what I am with that person anymore. I have to move on, and I can say that I've moved on, and I can attribute a lot of that to these videos right here, because like I said, you're able to get those emotions out. You're able to say stuff out loud, and it really makes you reflect with your voice and the second voice in your head. And it's not just the second voice in your head versus the third voice in your head, which for me, the second voice is a good voice. But then the third voice is it's like the devil's voice, and he is just not a good voice for me to hear. So me talking with my first real voice and then my second voice in my head alone in these videos really helps me rationalize what I'm talking about and come back and make better decisions in the real world. And that's why I've been trying to get better with my speaking, get better with my reading, and just get better with people, because I've wanted to become, like I said in my last video, I think I said that one of my topics, I know it's in my notes, but I think I said in the other video that you want to be an asset and a liability. You want to be an asset and not a liability. And, that's one of the things on my list. It's be an asset to people and yourself over being a liability. So when you're an asset to people, you're able to provide them what they want, and that could be many things. So you could be a vendor, you're providing, company the goods that they need, you're an asset, or you're a person providing emotional support to your best friend, you're being an asset. You could provide your friends with opportunities from the people you're becoming an asset like that. But when you are a liability, and I'm really just going into that video, so I don't want to go too far, but when you're a liability, you're basically the opposite. So when your friends need emotional support, you're not the one who's being there, or if you are there, you're not helping them get emotionally better. You're talking over them or something, you're brushing it off, you're just not being a asset to them, you're being a liability. Or, if in the company example, like I said, as an asset, you're giving them what they need, but if you're a liability, you're making this company that you're maybe trying to do stuff for lose money, and you're becoming a liability. So just in life in general, you want to be an asset over a liability, and that all relates back to this video with talking through your stuff. It's when you're able to talk through yourself, you're able to self-reflect a little bit more, and you're able to become an asset to yourself first, because you need to become an asset to yourself before you even think about becoming an asset to other people. Because if you're not with yourself, then who else is going to be behind you? At the end of the day, your parents can love you as much as possible. Your girlfriend, your boyfriend, any significant other, your grandma, your pet frog, they can believe in you as much as the world can, but nothing could ever beat the amount of care and joy and pride that you should be able to bring yourself first. And some people lose that battle, and I can understand why, because when you have a lot of self-doubt, it's easy to just cave in and just give up. And a lot of people are able to just document how crazy they go, and or they don't document it at all. And the people who I think do document it are the ones trying to fix themselves. And even though some of them even still might not make it through, I think that was a better attempt than what other people have done with just kind of staying quiet. And I say so much, it's like a filler word. It is a filler word, but the people who don't talk with people and bottle it up, it's just easy to tell why they blew up, because they had nobody to talk to. And so starting with talking to a phone and saying it out loud is the real thing. Saying it out loud is really what's going to help you. And being able to, I'm trying to word this right and without using filler words, but being able to just do this on a consistent basis whilst also being calm and collected back in the real world is really a skill trait that I commend a lot of people for who do what I do, and talking to their their phone. They even posted on TikTok, a lot of people do that. It's easy to just not do that and bottle up your emotions, but just putting it out there, and it's going to the world, but you're able to just put on a new persona, and you're able to learn from yourself. And I'm kind of going in circles in this video, and I always kind of go in circles with people. I'm a lot. I said, man, it's a horrible video. It's a bad video, because I'm messing up a lot. But I find myself going in circles a lot when I text people that I like or I care about, and I just want to just keep talking to them because I care about them so much, and I want to know about them, and I want to know they're doing it, things like that. I don't even know where I'm going with this, actually. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, but just just as a reminder, just for the sake of the video, if you're struggling and you don't have a pipeline to talk to, talk with your phone, or put your name in the comments and talk to me, and we'll get into contact somehow if you ever see this video. But I just need everybody to just take it one step at a time and figure out who they are without bottling it up, because bottling it up is a way that can ruin you. And I kind of bottled some things up when I was alone over some of the time I was gone from people over school break, and it really burnt me down and just it fried me up real bad. But now that I've gotten a little bit better, I feel better because I'm talking out loud, and I'm happy that I got my iPod Nano, which was my whole goal with this, was to talk to it and film, and that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to keep doing that so I can help other people. So just know that every time I post a video, it's to help myself, even if it's not about a personal topic. It's about a topic about, you know, what's on here, being an asset, or have something that I just added. Is try not to give a F. You know, that's kind of personal, but it's kind of for everybody. And there's one about finding your style, and just things like that, where it's not personal stuff, but it's here to help other people, and it's here to help me kind of get out what I'm feeling in my everyday life that I don't say, but I get the ideas from that come in my head, and I put them in my notes. So I'll keep doing this for you guys, and as long as you guys just try, because life's worth trying. And I think I said in my last video, I haven't even taken it off my iPod Nano and put it on my computer or YouTube yet, but it's called YOLO, and you only live life once. Everybody knows that saying, but you only live life once, so you don't want to waste your life just being in a bubble, being trapped, being somebody who you don't want to be. And I know not everybody's life is equal. I'm talking in this with much better situation than many people around the world, whether it be like Gaza or Palestine, and all the people who are just innocent in these places, or anywhere in I don't know if Nigeria it is. I know Djibouti is bad. I'm trying to think of places that are rough, but there's a lot of places that are rough, and there's just kids out there who don't even know about phones. They don't even have food every day. They're skinny. They don't even get to learn, and they just go. Some of them just grow up and go straight into fighting and die. So I'm talking from a place of I don't know. If I read more, I'd know the word. I'm talking from a place of privilege. That's what I was trying to say. I'm talking from a place of privilege because I don't have to worry about going to war or fighting for my next meal. But I'm trying to talk from a place of love for humanity and for the people who want to give it a try. And that's just all I want. And every day I pray for world peace before I go to bed. I just want everybody to have world peace and health. And, you know, those prayers might not be answered, but I pray for it, and I try to do my best for world peace. I'm not trying to get into any fights with anybody. If somebody's having a bad day, they do something bad on the road, I'm not honking at them or getting mad. I just let it be. Somebody's driving slow, grandpa, anybody old or anybody young, any student driver or anything. I'm just not getting mad at them, because I know somebody could be having a hard day, and if they aren't having a hard day, I don't want to make it become a hard day. So I try to just do my thing and try to better the world, and I'm trying to better myself to be an asset to the world. So doing these videos is one of my ways that I'm becoming an asset to the world, and it's building myself to become better than who I was before, who I became in the last 3 months, and who I am going to be in the future. So just take with this as you want from this video. Nobody's probably going to watch this video anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much on what I say. But if you made it this far into the video and you heard me talk and bared whatever I just said in any way, just leave a comment. And if I don't get any comments anyways, I don't think, because I don't check the page, I just click post, and if I see a thing in the notification thing, I'll click it. But I've only had one notification ever on this YouTube page, so, and it was a comment, and I answered it But if you want to leave a comment, I'll click that notification if the number one ever shows up on that bell screen, and I'll answer your comment. And if you need any kind of help, just leave it there, and I'll get into contact with you because I'm here to help, and I can help some way. Just talk to me. Leave a comment. All right. But that's all for the video. It's probably another 15-minute banger. Yeah, I did 12 like a bunch of times, but this one's 15 minutes because I brought this extra topic of talking to me and the new example. But yeah, if you ever need to talk to me. And if you don't want to talk to me or leave a comment, just start talking out loud about what you need to talk to, and just kind of freestyle it, because notes won't help you with what you're trying to really think about. If or notes can be like a summary of notes, but don't put just a direct script. Basically, you can have notes of what your thoughts are, but just kind of make it more freestyle than not, and get your thoughts out. So if it's not with me, do it with a device like your iPhone. And yeah, that's all I have for today in this video. I'm trying to learn about new things, so some of my upcoming videos are going to be about more talking. I just like that topic for some reason, and I'm diving into it more. My YouTube search history and watch history is a lot about talking. I've seen a lot about how to make your voice another way, and I don't think I did it good in this video. I just went back to my normal voice, but I'm trying to get into a more, I don't know if deeper is the right answer, but I want to be more charismatic, I guess. So I've been watching a lot of Princess Diana. She's actually she's the most charismatic person I think I've ever seen on video. And I knew that she was before, but seeing their videos and seeing how she talks to people is really, really inspiring to me. And I might even make a video on that right after this one, or I'll probably do it tomorrow. So yeah, my next video should be about charismatic, and I'm going to talk about Princess Diana because she's so charismatic and she did it so perfectly. And it's really a shame that she died in that car accident in whatever circumstances that she was in, because there's no way she should have just died, in her, 30s or 40s, because she'd be 70 around now, or late, or 60s. And yeah, she died so long ago, and pretty young. And she left a pretty big impact or a big impact on the world, relative to me at least, a huge impact on the world. And I look up to her now, and even though I might not be able to replicate who she was, I am able to see how she was and how she interacted with people, and I see that charismatic spirit through her, and I want to bring that to the world through myself. So I'm going to talk about this more, and hopefully you guys see how I change into a more charismatic person. I don't know if it'll show in the videos, but I'm going to be changing in this year. I don't want to say soon, because soon is like the next few weeks, but I'm going to be changing, and hopefully by this time next year I'm talking how I want to talk. I'm moving how I want to move. I'm in a new city, and I'm going to be just doing better for myself, and not worried about these college things that are just became just a burden to me for no reason. And I don't want to talk about it anymore, but thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you next time about charisma and being charismatic towards people and how you connect with them. Thank you very much.